Hi, my name is Sona from Joyful Healing. Today I want to show you the process for doing Abhyanga. Abhyanga means Ayurvedic oil massage. I'm going to show you the basic steps of Abhyanga and how to do it yourself. So Abhyanga offers us a range of benefits. It nourishes the skin, relaxes our body, improves circulation, supports our lymphatic drainage, balances the dosha, and promotes mental well-being. It is one of the most beautiful practices of self-love and self-care. So to start off with our Abhyanga, there's a little bit of preparation we need to do. We need to have a room that's really nice and warm, especially in winter and autumn. We need warm oil. We need some hot water, some old towels, some old clothes to wear and old socks, and some paper towel. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a nice warm room. We're going to warm up our oil, and we have to do it in such a way that the oil remains warm throughout this process. We lay our towel either on the ground or you can drape it over a chair, and we have all our things close by because once the oil has been applied, we don't want to be walking around anywhere. So it's really important here to talk about which oil we're going to use. So either we use cold pressed coconut oil or we can use cold pressed black sesame oil. Now it's really important that this is not the sesame oil that's used for cooking that's available from the Indian or Asian grocery stores, but it's actually a cold pressed black sesame oil. The oil itself has a lot of healing properties and is really good for us. So it's really important to use the right oil, and the oil needs to be really nice and warm. So I have a bowl like this and I fill that with hot boiling water, and I put about 30 to 50 ml of oil in this, and I sit it there for a couple of minutes like a hot water bath. And I usually will have my hot kettle next to me because halfway through this oil and water will get cold, and I'll tip it out and refill it. There's another way to do this, is to actually have a little thermos container, and I've dedicated one just for this purpose, and fill that with boiling water, and then put your oil in a little glass container and leave it sitting there for a couple of minutes before you start the massage. And during the massage, have it in there. You might have to take it in and out depending on the temperature. So once you have everything set up, I like to sit down on the floor and do my massage, but some people can sit on a chair as well, but just make sure the chair is draped really well with an old towel because you will get really oily. You really need to allow at least 10 to 20 minutes to do this process. The longer you can massage your body and give some self-love to yourself, the better the results will be. Another thing to keep in mind is once the oil is applied, we don't want to rinse it off straight away. We want to keep it on for at least 30 minutes, preferably an hour, and just wear some old clothes so that you're not spreading the oil everywhere, and just keep it on and then rinse it off. So now I'm going to show you how to actually do the Abhyanga. First, I'm going to apply the oil in that area, and then I'm going to massage it in. I like to apply the oil quite liberally and then do the actual massage. So the strokes for Abhyanga are basically long strokes on the limbs. So you have this upward and downward motion with the long strokes, and around all our joints, ankle, knee, hips, wrists, all our joints, we're going to do circular motions, 7 to 10 times of the circular motions. So we'll go through each part one by one. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm fully clothed, but you will need to remove your clothes. And I'm only going to just take a little bit of oil for my feet, and the rest I'm going to do dry, just to give you an idea of how it's done. So I'm going to apply oil all over my feet quite generously. And I'm going to start with the base of my foot, and using my thumbs really dig into the middle part, because this part gets really tight and it's really good to give it a good release. And then I'm going to go up and down the foot really nicely and quite firmly, because the foot can take a bit of pressure. And then I'm going to go to the bottom of my heel and do that sort of a motion, and around my ankle joints I want to make sure I've got these lovely circular motions happening, and around the other ankle joint I can also do it like this. You can see that. So I want to massage the top part of the foot. So a really nice way to do it is actually sort of put your thumb in between these bones near the fingers and really pull it down. It feels a little bit sore, but it really helps to relax these muscles in between. So if you just do like that, and then pull each toe out quite firmly, it gives it a really nice release. So That's the foot. And then I'll take a little bit more oil, which I won't do for now, but basically you need to keep topping up your oil. And then I'll just go up and down my leg, again quite firmly like this. And when I get to the knee joint, I'll do at least 7 to 10 times around the knee joint, quite firmly. Again, I'll do it at the back of my knees, quite firmly, and I'll be doing it on my thighs as well, like that. And then I'll repeat the same thing for the other leg. Then I'll take more oil, same thing with my hands. First apply the oil quite liberally everywhere, and then start doing the actual massage. So I'll start again with the palm of the hands, just really digging in with my thumb again. And then again, the fingers, quite nicely. And then these points between the fingers, this area. I do want to say that even though I'm doing this very quickly for the purpose of this demonstration, you want to spend a good 5 to 7 minutes on your legs and at least around 3 to 5 minutes on your arms, so that you get the full benefit of this exercise. So with my arms, I'm just going to do long strokes all the way across like this, and then circular motion on the wrist, the back of the elbow, the front of the elbow, and the shoulder area. And once again, you can take your time and sort of give it a little bit of a firmer massage and dig in a little bit more in the shoulder area. Once this area is done, take a little bit more oil and go onto your underarms and give it a nice massage like that. And then repeat the same process for the other arm. From here, we'll move on to the face. Now for the face, I can use the same oil, or if I have a special facial sort of oil, I can use one of those. Again, avoid oil if you have acne or skin issues on your face. You can also just do a dry massage on your face. So we'll start from the hairline and sort of make these circular motions. And you don't have to be very firm with the face. You can just do it quite gently and have these really nice circular motions all over your face, under the eyes and all over your face, above the lips, around the nose. And you also want to make sure that you are pushing your face in an upward direction like that when you're doing the massage. So you give it a really nice massage for a few minutes all around the face. Now it's really important to do the ears as well, because I have headphones and I can't do my ears properly. But basically you want to make this motion, this sort of a movement with the ears, go round and round with your fingers and pressing quite deeply, because there's lots of marma points around the ears, and it really does help to sort of give them a good massage. So you want to kind of do that sort of a thing, and you want to press hard on the earlobes, and also this point behind the ear. You want to get in there and sort of give a deep massage in there. So I'm going to take some more nice warm oil. It's really important for us to massage the belly. It really helps with the digestion of food, as well as to keep our metabolic system going well. We also want to make sure that we're not doing this straight after a meal. Abhyanga needs to be done before having our meals. So we're going to take some warm oil, again applied all over our stomach and our hips area, because we didn't do those before. Now with the stomach, what we're going to do is we're going to do this a little bit firmly, and we're going to do clockwise direction on the stomach, and at least 7 to 10 times, and quite slowly at this pace like that. It's a really beautiful feeling when you do it properly. And then we end with kind of sticking our fingers in our belly button and giving it a little press. And then we're going to do the rest of our hips and back as far as our hands can reach. So again, those circular movements around our hips and the hip joint and our back as well, and wherever we can reach. If you have someone at home who can help you, that's an added bonus, so go for it. So now we've done pretty much our whole body, from the bottom of our toes all the way to our face. Now we're going to do the hair. This is really beautiful to do the hair. It actually also helps with the growth of the hair, the nourishment to the roots of the hair, and making our hair roots quite strong as well. So we're going to take warm oil, make sure the oil is still warm, or add some hot water and warm it up again. So take some, and again, just apply generously all on the roots. So kind of do that and sort of apply it all over like that, generously everywhere in the roots of the hair. And then we start massaging in. There are two main strokes for the head. One of them is kind of this sort of motion. You take your fingers and you really give it a good, strong sort of almost like a scrub. So you really do this kind of motion on the scalp, both sides, side to side, at the back, everywhere. You sort of want to go all the way down to the neck area like that, and all the way down. So that's one stroke. The other stroke you do is you take the palm of your hand and you rub it like that. And you want to feel your scalp kind of moving. So you do it with quite a bit of pressure, and make sure to support your head with the other hand so that the scalp's kind of moving like that as well. So we're going to do that for a few minutes, at least 3 to 4 minutes. And then once we're done with that, we can also apply a little bit of oil to our hair. It really helps to make our hair nice and glossy as well. And then you can tie up your hair if you want to. And to end the massage, basically, we're just going to come up here and kind of press our head a little bit like that. And then we're just going to come down here and end the massage with just putting a bit of pressure on these areas around our temple and massaging that. So that completes the actual process of the Abhyanga. Some more practical tips. So once this is done, what I like to do is take a paper towel and gently just dab my body and put on some old clothes. I've got some old clothes that I keep specifically for this purpose. And with my feet, I want to make sure the base of my foot, both my feet, are really nice and dry. So I'm going to wipe off the oil from the base of my foot. And I usually like to pop on some socks, but socks or slippers, but please do wear something on your feet. Otherwise it's very, very slippery and you can fall. So once you've done that, you want to at least keep this oil on for 20 minutes, preferably up to an hour if you can. And during this time, you need to just make sure that you don't go out anywhere that's windy or there's a draft going on. So don't go out in the cold or the wind, don't go outside the house, just try and stay indoors in a nice warm area while you do other things around the house. When you take a shower, it's actually much better not to use soap. So if you just rinse it off, you'll actually come out with really, really beautiful skin. So it's better not to use any soap on your body and just enjoy the oil. You can shampoo your hair, of course, if you need to. And if you're tight on time and you can't do a full Abhyanga, just do a quick Abhyanga of the body or even of just the arms and legs, whatever you can, just to get that little bit of oil and circulation going. But do try to do the full Abhyanga at least once or twice a week, especially on weekends when you have a bit more time. It's a really beautiful practice, and once you start doing it, you really enjoy it. And it's actually really, really nourishing in autumn and winter when it's so cold, at least in Adelaide. One of the other things is if you're on your period or you are unwell, have fever, or are pregnant, then you shouldn't do an Abhyanga. There's some contraindications for Abhyanga as well. Other than that, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you will do this practice. And please leave a comment if you're going to do it. I'd love to know what your experience was, or if you have any questions. I'll be posting a dosha quiz so that you can take your own dosha quiz and see what dosha you are. And I'll be posting my social media links in the description below. So please follow, like, and subscribe for more tips and tricks in Ayurveda. Thank you.